My name is Johannes, and I found this course quite interesting. It kind of provided me with a lot of information that I hadn't prior to this been aware of. Like budgeting was a big aspect that was a big factor in my life, which I hadn't really considered to this extent. And obviously, having the time to kind of go through how to budget and make sure that your finances are correct helps me kind of plan for the future.
So my name is Rosie and I'm 22 years of age. So we've been with MyBnk learning how to budget and how to use a more cost-effective approach to saving our money. Yeah, we've also been looking at how we can compare different things, so such as insurance and booking holidays. It's helping me because it's helping me to realise how I could save money each month and spend on the things that really make a difference, rather than things I don't need. So just being able to afford my rent as a graduate, I have to pay these things each month, but also having the freedom with my finances to pay for creative projects. It's important for young people because they really need to know from young how they can budget their money, and I think a realistic mindset is really important, especially when you leave uni, because you're in a bubble when you're in uni and you don't really think too much about where your money's going. I think when I graduated from uni, I actually was quite realistic with my budgets, but this has definitely helped to help me see how I can do that. So skills, definitely hearing about where the tax goes. Before I knew about that from a political side, but I think it's good to know that it's going back into something that helps, and everyone has different opinions, but I think it's good to base your own on that. One tip that I think is really useful, if you have a banking account, to always check your account before you spend money, so you know that you're spending money that you do or don't have, rather than just acting on impulse. So I think you should be really careful with what you buy online. For the future, I'd like to manage my magazine that I have, and I'd like to get funding for that, but right now I just want money to come in. I'm trying to manage both of them. But I think you should always have a plan for that, and that's what I've learned from this.
It's been useful finding out about how certain systems work, like tax, and where that money's going to, and just understanding the system a bit more. I feel like I have a better understanding of the system now, so if I want to, say, start a business, I have a better idea of how that could pan out. Well, I came out of university a couple of years ago with a lot of student loan debt, and I wasn't sure how I was going to be paying that back, and all the little details of the system, I feel this has clarified it. Well, I think it's important to know what systems are in place to help people out, and again, just to feel more confident about handling your money.
What I've learned today is that I've learned a lot about budgeting and planning and how to plan my finances, and it's preparing me for the real world. So when I start working, I'll be able to manage my finances on my own. It will help me live independently and be able to build and manage my finances on my own. Also, there was a part where she spoke about turning your trash into cash. So I have a lot of things at home lying around where sometimes I give it to my friends. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this, I'll give it to my friend. But in the real sense, I could actually change that, maybe sell it on eBay and make some money for myself. And I think that was a lot to take in. That was a good point to take in for me. We were able to relate to what she was saying because it was more personal. She gave examples of her life and her family, her sisters as well. So we were able to adapt to that as well. Yeah, the online aspect was really helpful because it made it real.
So we've been looking at spending habits and how you can cut back on spending, but also how you can increase your income, so thinking about supplementary income. We've been talking about national insurance, tax, how much per day of your income tax money goes to pay for the country's defence or goes to pay for pensions. We've been looking at household costs. What happens when you get the keys to a new flat? What do you have to set up? What bills do you have to consider? What are the one-off costs? What are the regular costs? In our next session, we'll be looking at banking. So how can you choose a bank account that's right for you? What are the different kinds of payments? What are the things that the bank might offer you that maybe could get you into a little bit of trouble? So thinking about overdrafts, limits, interest. So we cover a whole array of topics, and one of the things that we're doing is looking at digital skills and embedding those throughout the program. So these days you can't be financially capable unless you can sort of navigate your way around the digital world. So how can you leverage digital skills? Young people have digital skills. They're on social media, they're online, they're on their phones all the time. But that doesn't necessarily mean that those skills are being put to good use in terms of them being better with their money. So how to use online banking, payment apps, shopping around for good utility providers, getting the best deal online. Also supplementing your income online, so turning what you think is trash into cash by selling it. We had a challenge today where all the groups had to find something that they might need for their own place that they can get for absolutely free. So we found washing machines, we found sofas, we found wardrobes that actually you can collect from somewhere locally for free if you're moving into your own place and it's not furnished. So it's a really, really comprehensive program. It's also accredited. Our young people get a level 1 in money management if they complete the whole program, which is a great thing to add to their CV.